Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to Star Technology. Now, I've done a thing between episodes. I love playing this pack, so I was playing it a little bit in my free time, as I do nowadays. I set up a distillation tower for liquid air. Now, I do have liquid air being pulled in over, I think it's underneath. Wait, where is it? Yeah, I think it's this way. There you go. And it's being generated at the same time, right next to it, using the gas collector. Just because I had one lying around. I did tidy up a little bit down here. Remember, we had some cables that... this one's still pretty full up, to be fair. But it's got 26 on there now, because I'm using, like, P2P in a few places. I'm using the same channel as the one that's up here, I believe. Is that the same as that one? Yeah. CA16, and that is this one here, CA16. Currently, it's carrying 15 channels, so I've got another 17 channels to do right there. And it says 3 outputs, meaning I think one of these over here is P2P'd. Yeah, that one there is P2P'd. Right here. So that is what, like 7? The one over here, I think, is only 2. So that's 9 altogether. And then, as I said, right here is another 8. So that's how we get 17 right there. Or 15 left out of 32, right? Yes, makes sense to me. Makes sense. Anyway, all I really did this one here for is argon. We don't really need carbon dioxide in real life and in this game. We don't really need... Well, we do need carbon dioxide. It feeds trees and stuff, right? But, yeah. We kind of need helium for a few things, like later on. We don't really need nitrogen anymore. But if you notice, nitrogen and oxygen gas... if I pop down here, I've actually removed my little setup that I had. I've just got some fences there now, because... Yeah. These are set to void as well. So they're going to be voiding all of the nitrogen that this produces. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. It just produced some more nitrogen. And it did get voided off because we don't need that much nitrogen, in my opinion. Later on, that might be a mistake. We probably should, like, stockload or stockpile. Stockpile, not stockload. Stockpile a bunch of them, but it is fine for now. These ones over here aren't even running right now because, well, a load of these filled up and I couldn't be bothered to, like, reset this one up. I mean, all I need to do is set this to that. And it will send to each of these. Yeah. This one here, all of the Inferium are filled up as well now. So we're doing really well on that. I did put monazite. Monazite. Or monazite? I think it's monazite, this stuff. So monazite is now being, like, produced and crushed up and everything. And if you put that through an electrolyzer, you get yourself phosphate. And phosphate is, like, the main thing right now that we really need. There's another way of getting phosphate using apatite. Apatite. I swear there was a way to use this stuff to get phosphate, but I don't see it, if I'm honest. Gypsum. You can get a bunch of gypsum, apparently, by doing this. Fertilizer is there as well. We could maybe get some fertilizer. Oh, that's how you get phosphorus. Okay, that's the other thing you need for all of that right there. Anyway, I did do quite a bit between episodes towards the quests, I will admit. Now, it's mainly this one here, the processing line. And I think it was this bit. I got one of each of these because, I don't know, it was bothering me. I also got this one over here. So, purified galena and sphelerite. That one's always really difficult for me to say, but these two, you mix them together and you get this stuff with some sulfuric acid. And you get this stuff. Indium concentrate. And then use the indium concentrate with some aluminium and oxygen. And you get yourself indium oxide dust. And then a bunch of other stuff as well. And then use the indium oxide dust in a electrolyzer to get indium dust. Use the indium dust with... that's not the one that we wanted. I think it's this one. With gallium and phosphorus. And you get indium, gallium, phosphorus dust. that has not got like a fancy name for it. It's literally just called that. I love it. And considering we're at like EV or are we at IV now? I think we're at IV speeds. Takes like under a second to make. It's really useful. And then we can use all of this. I don't remember why we need that, if I'm honest, but we do need it for something. I think it's for the energy hatch. Is that what I was trying to make? Yeah, apparently we can make the energy hatch now. Now, we needed iridium. Iridium was an interesting one for us to make. Because, if we have a look at the quest again, it's this one. Now, I think all of these basically come from... Oh, no, never mind. It's this one. Yeah, the rarest metal, though. This one comes from the either platinum... Is it the platinum group sludge? And you can get that from a bunch of different things. And I'm using this one. Yeah, I am using this one, aren't I? Because this one, we've got a load of, so we might as well use it. You get a load of platinum group sludge. And you get basically everything that you could ever need from this stuff. So we're getting platinum powder. Not that we use the platinum powder anymore, because we just use our shellite for that, or however you say it. Sheldonite? Yeah. Palladium. I think we do use the palladium still. The inert metal mixture, that is used for the other things. To get this stuff, which then turns into this stuff, which we need as well. I've even got, I think, this on the go right now, and I can't remember why we need it, but I did make it. And it's all automated, so we can just make it that way. So, yeah, they're all done right there, and I think that unlocks us quite a bit in this one, if I'm not mistaken, because it's that we need to do. Now, the only thing that this is missing is the HPIC chip. Now, the HPIC chip was an interesting one because we need it in the clean room. Now, what I ended up doing is, yes, I'm using the little skinny ones. It looks a bit stupid compared to the chonk that we had here before, like this one. But, yeah, we're using the shellite ones because they take a minute to craft. And it would take 4 minutes, and I couldn't be bothered at the time to make these, but... Yeah, I think this will be able to power both. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. So I've got myself the 4A energy converter for IV. So that is now running the assembler. It's back in here. It can never leave, basically. That's what it feels like anyway. But I've also got a elite chemical reactor. Now, the whole reason I did this is because the HPIC wafer that we've got right here says there, requires clean room, and it needs to be IV as well. So this is IV, it's in a clean room. I could have expanded this to be really big, and then maybe put some of these in there. I think that might have been a better idea, but we're not going to do that, I don't think. I'm just going to use the regular little ones. But that got us a HPIC wafer. I've already made it. This took a whole minute to make right here. So that is part of the quest. And then... Fingers crossed we're allowed to do this. No, we're not. Are we? Do we have to make the advanced... The cutter? You bumhole. Why is it like this? Flipping heck, that's a big one right there as well. Liquid Naquadar. Poop. Okay, I didn't plan for this, if I'm honest, so we are going to have to make the elite cutter. And that means we have to make some really random materials. Like this one right here, tungsten carbide buzzblade. I think actually we've got tungsten carbide, so we could do that one. It might take a little while for it. Oh yeah, because it's got to do the hot tungsten carbide and all of that. Pretty sure we can do it though. Pop in here. Oh yeah, it's got to go through the however you say that, tungstic acid dust. Interesting. There we go. That's going to go off and do that. Making tungsten now, tungsten carbide, and then this should light up, I hope. But yeah, anyway, that's the buzz blade for that. What else do we need? We need this thing. Laminated glass? I have no idea. Oh, you actually need a forming press. Have I got a forming press that's HV? No. Of course I haven't. Fine. We'll get that one on the go as well, on the smelt. Thank you. Okay, replan. There we go. Right, that's going to go off and make us all of that sort of stuff. We're going to get the tungsten carbide as well coming through. Hot tungsten is right there. What is it that the tungsten needs? That needs helium gas, which is why this one up here is actually quite good because we get a bunch of helium out of this. I think we get helium out of the liquid nether as well. Nether air, but yeah. This one's really good because of the argon, because it's the only place you can get argon from. So, there we go. That's good. Noise. Oh yeah, we've got these universal circuits as well. I basically just went on a bit of a rampage through the quests. Because I saw that we had a few that were just like stragglers. So I went through and I did all of these ones. Like I've got osmium now. Osmium, which is the densest metal. Is it the densest? I think it's the densest metal. The heaviest. I can't remember now. Something like that. I think tungsten is supposed to be quite dense. It's more dense than lead. From what I remember. From, like, science. Which, remember, I'm in my 30s now. So it's been a good, like, 15 years since I learned all of this stuff. More than half my life away. So, yeah, I do apologize if I get a few of these things wrong. But, yeah, don't don't hate me for it. Now, this one should be the forming press. And right now, I do know that over in this direction, considering we're just going to use this. Are we going to plug this one in? That is a question. I forget why we needed the forming press, if I'm honest. Oh, it's for that glass, wasn't it? For this. Ah, there it is. So that's in the forming press right there. Make some of that. Well, you might as well make this. I have not even got that yet. Fine. I need a bunch of patterns as well. Let's get 1, 2, 2, 5, 6. Why not? There we go. Right. So next one is this one. And we'll probably put it through the fluid solidifier because we've already got a fluid solidifier that we can use. I think. Where did I... Oh, yeah. They're over here. That is an ingot mold. That's a plate mold. Yeah. Cool. And then, how do we make this? Polyvinyl acetate and whatever the heck that is. No idea if we've even got any of that. We do not indeed have any of that. That's fine. We've got to get these two. And was that in the chemical reactor? I think it was, right? Okay, we'll go put that one in the chemical reactor. I like doing things backwards, basically. So we put the thing in that we want to get. And then we could even use 82 to tell us what we're missing later on. So first things first, let's get a bunch more cables. Pop it here. Good old pattern provider. I do need to make like 10 more of these as well. So let me go and make a couple more. He says when he notices he's got one in his inventory right there. Anyway, pop that one there. You should have power. I didn't put you up against this, did I? There you go. Just so I don't have to get my wire cutters out. This one goes up the top. And in there goes this one. So, glass. Now we could do laminated glass. Oh, missed. Oh, that's not the one. That one. So that is missing some of whatever the heck that is. This stuff. And whatever the heck this is. Pretty sure we could just make this somehow. Vinyl acetate and titanium tetrachloride. Interesting. Is there any other way of doing it? And why would we do the other ones if we could just do vinyl acetate? Ah, because we don't have vinyl acetate. Okay, I want to do vinyl acetate. How do we do that? Ethylene, that acid, and oxygen in a chemical reactor. Yeah, we can do that. Why not? That's not at all what I wanted. We wanted that one. Now, how do we make this again? That's in a chemical reactor as well. Okay. I might need to do something about this one. Now, I haven't seen any of your comments yet about what I did here. But one thing I did do is because this thing right here did break. And that is because I made some acidic stuff, meaning that it couldn't be pulled out into the drum. But someone did leave a comment a while ago saying you can always use gold drums. And the gold drums do, like, have the ability to, like, contain... there you go. Can handle acids and gases, right? So that was pretty good. Instead of the bronze ones, which don't really do much. But I haven't seen anyone's comment on this yet. I think it's really stupid the way that I've done this. We should literally just do what we've done here on this and then have another one of these. Just makes sense to do another one. I'm just trying to not, for some reason, there's no reason, because I've even got all of this automated, so I can make all of the Kovar if I wanted. I didn't take out any of the, if I do Kovar casing. Kovar. I can just make some more. I don't know why I'm like faffing with it so much. Just make more of them. That's how it should be, right? I'm going to do that probably between episodes, though. And I might do it underneath. I'll do like another level underneath. It's probably a good idea. I've tried to clean up my wiring, as you can see. I haven't really got there, though. I need to extend this one all the way out so it comes to here. Because that way, this side's got 4, this side's got 3. But we can add extra stuff on each side then. Because right now, this can only take 8 channels, and it's taken 7. Whereas if we have this one going all the way along, this side can have 8, this side can have 8. So it doubles, basically, with the one cable. Anyway, I should stop talking about channels, because you guys don't have channels enabled by default, do you? So I should probably put that up to a vote at some point and say, should I just disable channels? I really don't want to, though, so I probably won't put it up for a vote, if I'm honest. Anyway, right. What did that get us if I try and make some of this glass? Cool. So that just means that all we have to do now is make this, which is carbon monoxide, hydrogen, and propene in a chemical reactor. We are going to need to make a second chemical reactor, big one, at some point. Because this one is nearly full as well. Excellent. Right, let's just get this to make us one of these then, I guess. And it can do it, so let's have a look. I go off and do like a million things in it. Oh, never mind. It's already started making it. You're kidding me. That was so quick. Mad. Look at that. Already got the glass for it. That's awesome. So this one right here, all I need to do is that. We have basically got everything for the elite cutter. We just need to get it to... Okay, you know what I'm going to do? What are you doing right now? You are making the platinum cable. Okie dokie. What I'm going to do is... I'm actually going to program this one in, even though we don't really need it. More than once, at least. Because this means that it'll only take up 1 slot in our crafting. So, cutter. There you go. How long is that going to take, do you think? Very long. It's going to take a while. It's got to make so many things. Oh, mad. Anyway, right, I'll tell you what. I'll be back when this is done. I need to see what my microphone's picking up right now, because you never know. This could be, like, terrible right now with the fan going. We just need the fan on, because otherwise the dog will probably faint because it's so hot today. Right, there we go. Got that one all sorted. I had to make some more of this wire, and I did put it down before I put the wire down. What do we do? Oh, we can do it like that, and it will connect. That's good. Okay. We don't have to get the wire cutters out. Thank goodness for that. Now, I like to do this so that the lubricant's already in there, and we don't have to even think about it. Like, I took all of the lube out of this one and put it in this one instead. And I've changed the modular router from putting it in here to putting it in here instead, obviously. So that's filled it all the way up. This is now IV. We can put the H-pick. Why did that not work? What is the thing for this. But requires clean room. We're in a clean room. Why you not work? Lubricant. Requires clean room. Takes 45 seconds. You have power, surely? No, you don't. Okay. Why do you not have power? You have power. You have power. Are you actually not connected? That is if that is the case, that is funny. Shell-out wire, I believe, is the wire that what do they call it? A superconductor. Like lumium is the superconductor for HV, and enderium is the superconductor for EV, and so on and so on. What was I doing? Cutter. There we go. Oh, I needed to get the flipping cutters out anyway, didn't I? Love it. There we are. So that is going to make us some H-picks. That is like barely any H-picks. What the heck? Only going to make us 2? That's annoying, isn't it? But oh well, it's all good. That'll get us the quest in the automation age. That'll get us the H-pick chip thing, which is high-powered IC chip. This chip is used in both IV and LuV energy hatches and transformers, as well as assembly line casings. Okie dokie. So that's used for quite a bit then, by the looks of it. Now, I was debating whether we finish these off by making like the 16A energy hatch and, you know, try and do all of these. I don't know if we need to, but I feel like we need to because of completionist, right? Like, I'm going to make the nuclear reactor controller, and I'm going to make the alloy blast furnace, or blast smelter, whatever you want to call it. This multi-block allows you to create even more complex alloys, but will give outputs in molten form. The ABS alloy blast smelter, yeah, does both mixing and smelting, and gives multiple units of ingots in 144 millibuckets. Oh, that's a derisive thing right now, because I think in 1.20.1, no, sorry, 1.21.1 of Minecraft, as in not this version, but the one above it, they've changed it so ingots now give you 90 millibuckets, which is kind of annoying because you no longer get over a bucket worth from a block. I think that's how that works. Yeah. Because 90 times 9 is not 1,000 millibuckets. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, it used to be 144 because it was nice and divisible by, you know, 9 and stuff. So, yeah, it was good. So, anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. As outputs, because of 75% of the time, they're EBF counterparts. Okay. You will need to cool the molten liquids in a vacuum freezer. Is that how that works? Interesting. We might have to try and make one of these then. Doesn't look that bad, does it? Oh, he's a beast. That is a absolute beast right there. Whoa. Okay. Titanium carbide. That is molten black steel. And then you can use molten black steel either in a... okay, in a vacuum freezer. Yeah, and you just put in an ingot mold. I gotcha. And that needs to be MV. That makes a lot of sense. That makes loads of sense. Is that enderium right there? How long does that take? So if it'll be an IV one, it'll take two seconds to do that. And then IV right there. That'll take 100 and... why does it take so long? Oh, because you get so much out of it. Oh, I'm liking the look of this. That is a thing that's... tell you what, let me get out of here. H-pick. Okay, just for the quest, innit? We can now get IV energy hatches, which will make things a lot easier, I think. Get 2 of them, put them on the blast furnace, level that one up a little bit, right? So that'd be good. Let me get that one right there. IV energy hatch is another thing right there. You can, by the way, use the IV energy hatches in a scanner, that's it, and you can get your LuV from that. So I did get a comment recently, and it's about big machines. So, you know, we've got these ones over here. Centrifuge. I think there's a manifold centrifuge controller. They're a big one, right? Right there. And that one uses some really high-end stuff by the looks of it. Okay, that only does like a few things, but there is a bigger version, large centrifuge unit, which uses a bunch of IV things. We're now into IV, where we can start making some of these like bigger versions of things. Elite parallel. Oh, and you can do parallel recipes. You can do 4 things at once. It's so good. It's genuinely amazing. Right there. Vibration safe casing. Vibration safe casing. That uses some of this stuff, which is... How the heck do we make this? Electrolyze some stuff. I don't know how to make any of this yet. Well, I'm sure we'll get to it eventually, but that is super cool that we'll start getting into... Like, there you go. There's the laser... What the actual heck? Did you see that? What in the flipping heck is this? That's huge. There's a beast. Why is it so beastly? Flipping heck. Look at all of the different things. You need nearly 600 of this vibration safe stuff. Palladium substrate. Blimey. That's awesome though. I love that. That looks so good. When you do that, it shows you like a little render. Awesome. Anyway, there is a couple of like this one here. This is the chemical reactor, right? Large chemical reactor, but it didn't come from the multi-block thing that we've got. Large electrolyzer controller, for example. It's not chemical reactors. It sounds different, doesn't it? So we should probably look into like I think there's a mixer. I don't think it's called a mixer though. Ah, this one. Large mixing vessel. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And again, this is all in the elite tier, which is IV. So stainless steel gearbox and then reaction safe mixing casing. Mixing casing, which is this one. Which comes from a bunch of different stuff that I'm not sure we'll be able to get right now, but that's pretty cool. And then there's like the injection mixer controller, which looks like that's also a mixing thing, but that comes a lot later on by the looks of it. But yeah, that's what I mean. There's a bunch of multi-blocks that we can sort of faff with later on. That is going to be the plan. So I think the only like decent thing to do now is energy hatch. Go. And it can actually make us one. How cool is that? Amazing. Making the hot iridium right now, I think. Yup. I might need 2 of these, which is fine. We can make 2 of these. In fact, I've automated everything to make these now. And then we'll get some shellite. We'll get the IV 4A converter, whatever it's called. And then we'll put it here. And we'll swap this one out. And we'll get, like, the new tier. And it will be LuV tier, because that's how that all works. And it will double the speed of everything. And it will take a lot more power. I don't think these are going to be, you know, handling it at some point. We might start using all of these. Like right now, it's only 2 of these that are constantly like being drained. I think one of these might start getting drained soon. No, but when everything is going full pelt, I think we might start seeing some interesting things happen. In fact, we can see if we go back in here and go to this. Yeah, so it's about 160, 170, 180 it says right there. Let's say 180, which is pretty much 2.5 of these, right? Because these are all like 70 each, or 72 each. So 2 of these is 140. Why can I hear one of them? I normally turn them all off. Ah. Yeah, perfect. Is that it? Is it doing it? Oh no, it was making the machine casing, I'm guessing, or the machine hull. Yeah. So what is interesting is this, to me. Doesn't explode, right? Optional quest. The nuclear reactor can be used to transform thorium into uranium and uraniums into plutonium. Additionally, it can produce quite a lot of power. That's what we're looking for, right? Make sure that your dynamo hatches are big enough. Hey, got ya. Oh, and maybe look into parallel... How the heck am I supposed to say that? Right, give me 2 seconds. I'll try and figure out how to say this. Right, I think I've got it. Paralleling. There we go. That was it. This thing, when you can. You could say it causes quite the reaction. Ooh, I don't know what that means, but okay. Bit of a beast, innit? Okay, we'll try and make one of these then. Maybe in the next few episodes. High temperature smelting. Okay. Let's go back and I'll bookmark this one. Ooh, go back. Is that it? High temperature smelting casing. How do we do that? Titanium carbide. We can make that, I think. HSLA steel plate. HSLA, which is that stuff. Vanadium, titanium, and Invar. Doesn't look that bad, does it? We could do that. Ah, cool. We can actually make this sort of stuff. And then tungsten carbide frame. Okay. Yeah, that's going to take us a little while to get everything done. But at least it will take barely any time to actually create it. Anyway, there you go. We got ourselves a IV energy hatch. Let's do it again. Because we do need to. You may have noticed as well that I put like a bunch of these things through to make the universal circuits. I don't know if I showed you. But I think it's line of progression. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to like fill out all of these. I never got an IV one, did I? What is IV? No, yeah, I never got an IV one. Which, if we have a look in the quest, it actually tells us, right? So, nano supercomputer. Nano supercomputer? Did I ever make one of these? No, I didn't. Alright, go make us one of those as well, please. Oh, there we go. There's the nano supercomputer, which I believe we have to put in a... in one of these, right? Assembler. Trying to find out. Ah, number 5. That was it. So stick this one on number 5. Pop that one in, and there we go. IV quest. He's only gone and done it. IV. There it is. And Shellite. There it is. Amazing. Right, we can swap this out now then. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. And I'm really glad that you guys told me about the wrench. I did use it in, what was it? It was All the Mods 9. I used it back then, but I don't know. I just refused to use it afterwards. I don't know why, but yeah, here we go. Let's pop these two down right here. I think this is the correct cable. We are going to have to use the wire cutters. Because it's us, and we love using wire cutters, apparently. There we go, and there we go. LuV, are you LuV right now? Yes, you are. Amazing. Ah, that's really cool. Nice one. Right, I don't know what we're going to do now. I think we might call the episode here. I have no idea what we did in this episode, if I'm honest. Look, this thing does not want to take the argon gas. I don't understand. I don't understand it whatsoever, but meh, we're all good. It takes everything else. It's a weird one, isn't it? Argon gas, but then we've got like methane gas and where's the other gases that I was thinking of? A few over here, isn't there? Krypton and xeon and deuterium and helium and all of that sort of gubbins. Yeah, so we've got all of those things as well. I don't know why it just doesn't want to do argon. Argon. There we go. strange in it. Anyway, I should probably do something about the liquid air that we're getting in right now. Thinking about it, what I should probably do right now is just going into an interface. I should just have it go into a super tank, right? And we store the air, and then the super tank gets pulled into the hatch. No idea. No idea what we should do right there. But anyway, I am going to call it here. Oh, fell in. Right into the cog right there. I'm going to call it here for today. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.